Monologue Mondays.
I'll tell you what we are, sister. We're the top of the fucking food chain. Blood God's coming, and after tonight, you people are fucking history. He's a hurricane, an act of God. Anyone caught in his path will instantly be turned. Everyone you've ever known, everyone you've ever fucking loved. It won't matter who's pure blood and who's not. How you gonna cure the whole fucking world?
Deacon Frost was the man in this movie. And this is actually pretty early in Stephen Dorff's career that he gave a pretty much a killer performance as Deacon Frost. He was extremely convincing, vicious, brutal, and conniving. But also, he came off as very human, too. He had a temper about him that just, felt like he just wouldn't allow anyone to punk him or make him feel like less than anyone else. And that's kind of one of the beauties of his character, is that he's a vampire and he's got all of this influence and all of this power, but he wants more. I feel like, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never really read the comics on Deacon Frost, but at least in this movie, it came off to me as he was someone who desperately wanted appreciation or value, and he didn't quite know of any other way to be valued by the powers that be other than to make everybody a vampire, is what it came off as to me, because he's right. And if the blood god makes everyone a vampire, you being a pure blood literally does not matter. Doesn't matter anymore, because 95% of the rest of the world won't be pure bloods. You pretty much solved the problem. And this is kind of Deacon Frost. I think it's more of a psychological problem with him, is that he's a pure blood, or he's not a pure blood, and there's nothing that he can ever do to be one. And everyone seems to be rubbing it in his face, even though he's powerful, even though he's capable, even though he's intelligent. None of that seems to matter. And it comes off as a man really trying to leave his mark and screaming out to the world like, hey, I'm here. I need you to see me. But nobody wants to see him because he's not a pureblood. So his accolades doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how far he's come, how smart he is, what he can get done, his ideas. Doesn't matter. He's not a pureblood. And Deacon Frost is like, okay, if that's the problem, I'm going to solve that problem. And that's kind of, in a roundabout way, the way that I see Deacon Frost's justification of what he's doing. He's saying that, he's a vampire and he's on the side of vampires and he's just trying to dominate the world and all that. But I think it's more of him coping with the fact that he'll never be a pureblood. That's what it comes off of, to me, anyway. I've never read the comics on Deacon Frost, so I'm not entirely sure. Y'all, anyone who asks, y'all can let me know if I'm wrong. But that's how he came off of as in this movie. But Stephen Dorff absolutely murdered this role. It's one of my favorite monologues from him. And Blade 1, still good to this day.